Wealth begins in the mind long before it fills your pockets. See it, believe it, and it will come. When desire is backed by unwavering faith, the universe bends to deliver abundance. You must act, not wish. Fortune rewards the determined, not the doubtful. Speak of riches as if they are yours, and soon the world will echo your claim. Think richly, live boldly, and you'll attract wealth beyond what you can ever spend. 1. Develop a clear and burning desire for wealth. 2. Believe without doubt that abundance is already yours. 3. Take persistent, purpose-driven action daily. 4. Speak and think in alignment with prosperity. 5. Surround yourself with success-minded individuals. Wealth never arrives by accident. It begins with a clear and burning desire that consumes the mind and fuels every action. This desire must go far beyond idle wishing or half-hearted dreaming. It must take root in your heart with such intensity that it becomes the dominating obsession of your life. When you truly desire something, you do not merely hope. It becomes a necessity, something you cannot live without, and that feeling transforms your entire state of being. The mind, once set ablaze with this kind of desire, magnetizes the conditions, people, opportunities, and ideas needed to achieve that desire. A man without desire drifts like a ship without a rudder, at the mercy of the winds and tides of circumstance, but a man with burning desire charts his own course and commands the winds to serve him. You must decide exactly what you want, how much wealth by when, and what you are willing to give or do in return. Ambiguity invites confusion, clarity invites power. The subconscious mind cannot be instructed in vague terms. It needs precise, definite instructions that are repeated often and felt deeply. You must see the wealth in your mind's eye, taste it, feel it, and treat it as real, even before it shows up in the physical world. This level of desire cannot come and go like a breeze. It must persist through failures, rejections, delays, and mockery from those who cannot see your vision. You have to want wealth more than sleep, more than comfort, more than the fleeting pleasures that distract most men from their true potential. This is not about greed. It is about the realization that you are capable of creating more, giving more, living more, and elevating others in the process. Desire is the starting point of all achievement, and without it, nothing great was ever accomplished in the history of mankind. Think of every inventor, entrepreneur, leader, or creator who changed the world. They all began with a desire so strong that even poverty, ridicule, or fear could not extinguish it, and so must you. Fan the flames of your desire each day with visualization, affirmation, and emotional intensity. Write your goal down, read it aloud morning and night, and feel it as if it were already yours. Let your desire become a fire that never dies, one that lights your path even in the darkest times. When others sleep, you'll work. When others doubt, you'll believe. When others quit, you'll persist. That's the power of burning desire. It transforms ordinary men into extraordinary achievers. Most people say they want to be rich, but few are willing to pay the price. You must decide today that you're not most people. You must declare with every fiber of your being that wealth is not just a wish, it is your intention. You don't need to know exactly how it will come at first, just that it will, and that you are ready to pursue it with everything you've got. In time, as your desire deepens, your vision sharpens, and your commitment strengthens, the way will appear, doors will open, mentors will arrive, circumstances will shift. Why? Because the universe responds to a mind that knows what it wants. And once your desire is firmly planted, watered daily with faith, and guarded against doubt, it will grow into a force no obstacle can withstand. That is how you attract wealth beyond what you can spend, by beginning with a burning desire that makes retreat impossible and victory inevitable. Belief is the cornerstone of every fortune ever built, and until you believe, truly and deeply, that abundance is already yours, wealth will always remain just out of reach. It isn't enough to say the words or recite positive affirmations like a parrot. You must believe with such certainty that doubt has no room to exist within you. When you hold a belief so strong that it becomes part of your identity, your actions, emotions, and results begin to align with that belief. You begin to walk, talk, and carry yourself differently, not with arrogance, but with calm confidence, as if you already possess everything you've ever wanted. And here's the truth most people miss. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. If you consistently feed it thoughts of abundance, images of prosperity, and feelings of success, it will accept them as your truth and begin working day and night to bring that reality into form. But if you allow fear, worry, and scarcity to dominate your thinking, your mind will reflect that back to you in your circumstances. The world outside is a mirror of the world inside. So if you want to change what's showing up around you, your bank account, your opportunities, your lifestyle, you must first shift what's happening within you. Begin by declaring right now that you are worthy of wealth, not someday, not maybe, but right now as you are. Most people silently believe they don't deserve great riches, and so they unconsciously repel the very blessings they claim to want. You must reject that lie. Wealth is not about luck or inheritance. It's a state of consciousness, a vibration that you tune into. And belief is the dial. Every time you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford that," or "that's too expensive," you reinforce the idea of limitation. Instead, say to yourself, "I choose not to buy this right now," or "How can I afford it?" Change your language and you'll start to change your belief. Surround yourself with symbols of success, things that remind you of where you're going. Read the stories of those who have built great wealth from nothing. Study their mindset, their routines, their habits. What you'll find is that belief was the first asset they ever acquired. They didn't wait for proof. They created it. They saw themselves as rich long before the world did, and because they believed, they acted differently. They took chances. They endured rejection. They kept moving forward when others gave up, because their belief gave them a sense of certainty that nothing could shake. You must build that same inner certainty. And yes, it takes effort. You'll need to retrain your mind daily, sometimes hourly. When doubt creeps in, shut it down. When fear whispers that you're not enough, drown it out with the voice of belief. Keep telling yourself, "I was born to be abundant. I was made to prosper." The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, water, and nurture will grow. Plant belief, and you'll harvest miracles. Don't worry if the evidence isn't there yet. Believe anyway. Don't wait for others to approve. Believe anyway. Even when you're broke, even when it seems like nothing's working, keep believing, because that's when it matters most. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And the stronger your belief, the shorter that bridge becomes. When you live in a state of expectation, when you expect good things to happen, when you expect money to flow, when you expect doors to open, you send out a frequency that calls wealth to you like a magnet. People will begin to notice something different about you. Opportunities will show up in the most unexpected ways, and you'll find yourself in the right place at the right time more often than coincidence could ever explain. That's not magic. That's the power of belief in motion. So right now, make the decision to believe like never before. Stop asking, "What if it doesn't happen?" and start asking, "What if it does?" Train your mind to see wealth as inevitable, not optional. The moment you start believing in your wealth with the same intensity you used to believe in your limits, you'll find yourself stepping into a life richer than you ever imagined. Believe it now, and the rest will follow. Wealth does not respond to wishful thinking. It answers to bold, persistent purpose, driven action taken every single day without excuse, hesitation, or delay. You cannot simply sit around visualizing your dreams and expect them to fall into your lap. Life doesn't work that way, and neither does success.
It's very
You must
common
move
among highly
decisively,
creative people,
consistently,
both
and with
artists and
unshakable
scientists.
intent.
And I'd
Every
like to give it a
step you
name.
take toward your
Slow
goal,
motion
no matter how
multitasking.
small, is a signal
Slow
to the
motion
universe
multitasking
that you're
feels like
serious
accounting.
about becoming the person you say you want to be. Most people want wealth, but they stop at the wanting phase. They wait for the perfect timing, for motivation to strike, or for someone to give them permission. Let me tell you, the people who build fortunes don't wait for green lights. They act even when the road is unclear. They rise early, stay up late, learn relentlessly, adapt quickly, and move forward with the kind of faith that's proven through action. You must become obsessed with momentum. Don't just make plans, move on them. Don't just write down your goals, execute them. Don't just consume information, apply it. There's power in action that no amount of dreaming can replace. Yes, planning is important, but don't let planning become a form of procrastination. The wealth you seek is waiting on the other side of your effort. You might not know exactly how to reach your destination, but movement reveals the path. Each action you take builds confidence, opens new doors, and creates a ripple effect that draws more opportunities your way. When you act with purpose, you make yourself available to receive. Fortune favors the doers, not the dreamers. The difference between those who talk about success and those who live it is simple: execution. You've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, showing up even when you're tired, nervous, or uncertain. This kind of discipline isn't easy, but it's necessary. Success doesn't come to the most talented or the most gifted. It comes to the most committed. Think about that. There are countless people with more education, better connections, or greater resources than you, yet they remain stuck because they're not willing to do what it takes. Meanwhile, those who act, who fail forward, who stay in motion, they become unstoppable. Let your actions become your testimony. Let your results speak louder than your words. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect. It never will be. Start with what you have where you are and trust that the rest will come as you go. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step, and then another, and another. Before long, you'll look back and be stunned by how far you've come. But it only happens if you keep moving. Be willing to work when no one's watching, to keep going when no one's clapping, to grind in silence while the world sleeps. That's where the real breakthroughs happen, in those quiet, unglamorous moments when you choose to act in alignment with your vision, even though there's no immediate reward. Understand this: every action you take either moves you closer to wealth or keeps you locked in the cycle of wishing. Choose your actions wisely. Build habits that support your goals. Protect your time like it's gold, because it is. Eliminate distractions, excuses, and anything that doesn't serve your purpose. If something doesn't move you toward the life you want, it's moving you away from it. Simple as that. So take inventory of how you spend your hours, your energy, and your focus. Are they aligned with your desire to attract wealth beyond what you can spend? If not, change them. You have the power. The moment you commit to persistent, purpose-driven action, the tides begin to shift. Life starts working for you, not against you, but you must keep going, especially when it gets hard, because it will. That's when most people quit, but not you. You will be the one who shows up regardless, who chooses progress over perfection, discipline over comfort, and action over excuses. That's the mindset of a wealthy person, not someday, now, not maybe, absolutely. So get up, get focused, and take the next step. Your future is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Move now, and don't stop. Your words and thoughts are not just fleeting echoes in your mind. They are commands, declarations, and blueprints that shape your reality. And when you begin to speak and think in alignment with prosperity, you begin to attract wealth with astonishing speed and power. Most people don't realize that every time they say things like "I'm broke," "money doesn't grow on trees," or "I can't afford that," they're not just describing their situation, they're reinforcing it, cementing it deeper into their subconscious mind, and broadcasting it into the world like a radio signal that invites more scarcity back to them. The truth is, your inner dialogue becomes your outer experience, so if you want to live richly, you must start thinking and speaking richly, even before you see a single dime show up. This isn't pretending or lying to yourself, it's reprogramming your mind and shifting your identity from lack to abundance. Begin speaking about wealth as though it is already yours. Talk about the life you are building, not the one you are escaping. Describe your goals, your vision, your dreams in vivid detail and in the present tense. Say things like, "I am attracting money with ease," "Opportunities flow to me constantly," or "I always find ways to grow my wealth." Your words should lift you up, not tear you down. And when you speak with conviction, your mind begins to accept it as truth. Your body starts acting in harmony with that belief, and your behavior starts aligning with abundance instead of survival. The same goes for your thoughts. Monitor them constantly, because they are either empowering you or limiting you. If you catch yourself thinking negatively about money or wealth, stop and shift the pattern immediately. Replace those limiting beliefs with empowering truths. Don't say, "I'll never make it." Say, "I'm getting better every day." Don't think, "I'll always struggle." Think, "I'm learning the skills and mindset to succeed." This isn't just about optimism, it's about mental discipline. Your mind is a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. You can plant weeds or flowers, but either way, something will grow. So choose thoughts that align with the life you want to live, and don't just keep them in your head. Speak them out loud. There's a reason why successful people use affirmations, visualization, and declarations every day. It trains the subconscious to see wealth as familiar, as expected, as inevitable. The more often you speak like a wealthy person, the more your actions, habits, and decisions begin to mirror that identity. You'll find yourself making smarter choices, taking bolder steps, and attracting the kinds of people and opportunities that elevate your life. This is not about faking it until you make it. It's about becoming it from the inside out. Your words are powerful tools, and when used wisely, they can become instruments of transformation. Think about how you speak to yourself after a mistake. Are you harsh, critical, or defeated? Or do you say, "That's part of the process. I'm still moving forward"? Wealthy minds speak life into their challenges. They reframe setbacks as lessons. They turn problems into possibilities, and they keep their language focused on growth, not limitation. This kind of mental discipline creates a frequency that is naturally attractive to success. People can feel when you carry the energy of abundance. It's in your tone, your posture, your presence, and that energy creates influence, draws respect, and opens doors. So speak boldly, think intentionally. Let every word you say carry the weight of the life you're building. This is not about impressing others. It's about impressing your own mind with the truth of who you are and what you are capable of becoming. You can either talk yourself out of your dream or talk yourself into it. Every day, you get to decide which voice is louder, the one of fear or the one of faith. Choose prosperity, choose to use your words as fuel, not fire. Because when your thoughts and speech are saturated with abundance, the universe responds accordingly. Wealth starts within, and your language is the vehicle that brings it forth. So from this moment on, speak like a person who is already wealthy. Think like someone who is already successful, and you'll start walking into the reality you've been envisioning all along. Gratitude is the hidden key that unlocks more abundance than effort alone ever could, and until you learn to appreciate what you have right now, no matter how small, you'll never be able to hold onto greater wealth when it comes your way, because a heart that's never satisfied will always live in lack, even in the middle of riches. Most people get this wrong. They think they'll be grateful once they get what they want, once the bank account is full, once the house is bought, once the problems disappear. But that's not how the universe works. Gratitude must come first. It must be planted like a seed and nurtured daily, because the act of being thankful sends a powerful message to life itself. I am ready for more, and I recognize the value in what I already have. You see, when you appreciate something, you raise your vibration, your energy shifts, and you align with the frequency of abundance. And what you're aligned with, you attract more of. It's that simple. If you complain, you attract more reasons to complain. If you focus on what's missing, you invite more lack. But if you wake up and say, "Thank you for this day. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the chance to try again," you open the floodgates of favor and blessings that can't help but find their way to you. The wealthiest people, those with true lasting wealth, practice gratitude as a ritual. They're not focused on what they don't yet have. They're grounded in what they do have, and from that place of contentment, they create more. Gratitude doesn't mean settling. It doesn't mean you stop striving or give up your dreams. It means you build from a foundation of fullness instead of a feeling of emptiness, because when you act from a place of scarcity, your energy repels. But when you act from gratitude, your energy attracts. And here's the secret most people miss. Gratitude is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So you must train yourself to see blessings where others see burdens. Train yourself to give thanks for the little things, a warm cup of tea, a friendly smile, a moment of silence. Because if you can find joy in the small, you'll overflow with joy when the big comes. Make it a habit to speak your gratitude out loud every day, not just when things are going well. Especially when things are tough, especially when money's tight. That's when gratitude is most powerful. It becomes a declaration of faith, a statement to the world and to yourself that you trust, you believe, and you are still standing tall even in the storm. And when the universe sees that kind of strength and resilience, it responds by moving mountains for you. So instead of constantly chasing what's next, take a moment each day to pause and give thanks. Start your mornings by listing 3 things you're grateful for. End your nights by reflecting on what went right. Write it down, say it out loud, feel it in your bones. Let gratitude be your foundation, your daily fuel, your constant reminder that abundance is already present and growing. And when you walk through life with that mindset, doors open, not because you forced them, but because your spirit called them forth. Opportunities find you, resources appear. People want to work with you, help you, invest in you, because you radiate a sense of joy and wholeness that can't be faked. Gratitude is magnetic. It makes you richer before the riches ever show up. And when the money does come, you'll know how to hold it, grow it, and share it because you've already mastered the art of appreciation. So start now, right where you are. Give thanks for the journey, the lessons, the struggle, the progress. It's all part of the process, and when you live from that place of deep, sincere gratitude, wealth beyond what you can spend becomes not just possible, but inevitable.